In a big development coming from Afghanistan, reports suggest that UAE and the Taliban are going to seal a major deal about who is going to run the Kabul airport. The announcement is expected within weeks. It is soon going to be a year since Taliban took control of Afghanistan, but it continues to be an international pariah. Even without any global recognition, the government had managed to, quote, not one, but three countries, Qatar, Turkey and the UAE. There was a time during talks when all three were expected to jointly run the airport. But after months of back and forth, it seems that UAE has emerged the winner. This is a win-win situation for both the countries. United Arab Emirates had run airports in Afghanistan before as well. So it is not a new territory for them. Abu Dhabi sees Kabul as part of its wider backyard, so believes it has deep interests in the country's political and economic stability. And for Taliban, this means a little financial security. One might ask, why a foreign country will be running your airports? The situation in Afghanistan is far from well. It adopted a wounded economy to begin with, and since then, drought, widespread hunger, and a deadly earthquake have shook the South Asian nation. The deal clearly says that once the operations are handed over to the UAE, Afghans will be employed at the airports, which also means new employment. Negotiations over airspace management are still ongoing. It is important to note here that there is very little direct commercial benefit in the airport operations, but Kabul Airport could emerge as a source of intelligence on movements in and out of Afghanistan. Since UAE has managed to strike a deal, flights between the two nations might resume soon, which have been halted since the Taliban takeover last year. One cannot negate the fact that this is also a clear case of Gulf rivalry. Abu Dhabi is looking to weaken Doha's influence in Afghanistan. Qatar has long been a friend to Afghanistan, from hosting negotiations between Taliban and the United States to running Kabul's international airport after the collapse last year. But now the relationships seems to be weakening. The Taliban too is wary of depending too much on one country. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.